Hello everyone, welcome back, unless this is your first time here, in which case, subscribe! I'm the Shady Beach, in case you didn't know that already, and today I'm doing my very first dream journal vlog. About 2 months ago, I'll explain this again, 2.5 probably by now, I started a dream journal because I wanted to be able to enjoy my dreams. Here, I'm gonna tell a story. I was watching Inception with my brother, the editor. He might not be editing this video. I don't know if he's gonna edit the dream journals, but he does some editing on this channel. And he's the original Shady Beach. Shady Beach Productions, just shameless plug to my brother, the original Shady Beach. Gonna be there. Right there. It's film stuff. It's good. 2.5-ish months ago, we were watching Inception together because, you know, sometimes we like to watch movies and hang out occasionally. Not a whole lot now that he's moved out. We recently played a board game together at his place, but that's about it. We were watching Inception and I kind of thought to myself, what if I could do that in real life? Which is ridiculous, of course. Inception is nonsense. You can't enter other people's dreams and then control it so that you go again and again and again, like 3 layers of dream or whatever. It's nonsense, but it's a cool concept. And I did look into some more like plausible stuff from Inception, like plausible concepts, such as vivid or lucid dreaming. Vivid dreaming is just you see the dream really well. Lucid dreaming is you are aware that you're dreaming. Those are both ideas that Inception kind of plays around with. Well, not really plays around, just accepts. Sort of just accepts that as one thing. Like, yeah, you can just immediately tell. You can't. You wouldn't ever be able to tell that you're immediately be able to tell that you're dreaming. It kind of has to happen over time. Watching that movie kind of piqued my interest in learning more about lucid and vivid dreaming. I haven't gone all the way in with the lucid dreaming parts. There's a few different methods in which you can kind of make yourself lucid dream if the internet is telling me the truth, which it might not be. So I've dabbled with some little things, like one thing is counting your fingers. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's 10 fingers on each hand, so I know I'm not dreaming. It's worked for me once, but that's it, and that's another story that, I think that's day 2, dream 2. It'll be interesting then. But the other part, the vivid dreaming, I am kind of getting a grasp on. Vivid dreaming is just basically, the only real method to it is you make yourself remember. Sometimes you naturally just remember a dream entirely. Other times you kind of have to go, what was that? What was it that happened in your dream? Even if you make up new parts of the dream, it's still in your head. It's all in your head in the first place, so it's not like hurting the dream to fictionalize a part of the dream that wasn't actually in the dream. Dream journals, which I actually put on my phone, they kind of get you into this habit of, oh, well, this happened, and I need to write down what I remember from the dream, and therefore you remember more every time you're dreaming because you're habitually trying to figure out what you're dreaming. So your brain naturally kind of connects, oh, right, we're remembering, we're storing this in long-term memory. It doesn't always. Sometimes I'll write down a dream, and then 2 hours later, I will have completely forgotten it, and we'll have to check the dream journal. Other times it'll be like, oh yeah, I remember it like all day, or all week, or all month. I'll remember the entire dream. Down to the actual dream journal. So there's going to be some interesting dreams, because dreams are always weird and make no sense. So be prepared for that. Be also prepared for intruding a bit into my personal subconscious, I guess. I'm just going to kind of read out what I've written down in the dream journal. And one thing about having a dream journal on your phone is it makes sense to have it on your phone, which is why I did it on my phone, because The phone's basically the first thing you grab, most people grab in the morning. It's like, oh, wake up, I gotta grab my phone. Maybe check some social medias or something. So yeah, picking up your phone and being like, okay, I gotta do the dream journal first, and then I can move on to other things. It makes sense. Unfortunately, notes, like typing on a smartphone in the morning is not the easiest thing to do. Typing, trying to remember, while also trying to type while you're only half awake is a challenge. It's a really hard challenge. I don't know how anyone manages to do it without completely messing up every single word in there. So I'm surprised I don't have more typos than I do, or mistakes, or just a lot of times I will just completely skip over something that I can only half remember because I can't be bothered to type it in because I can only remember part of it, so I can't be bothered to remember the entire thing in order to type it in. Because you kind of have to type while remembering. It's sort of the thing you have to do. So yeah, night one, it's really not descriptive because it was the first night. So here, I'm going to go ahead and read out what happened in my first recorded dream. Night one. Not very lucid, because I was more concerned with lucid dreaming than vivid dreaming at the time. But I still want to get into lucid dreaming, I just not as high up on my priorities, I guess. Dreamt of multiple women. Not sure what that meant. I don't know what that means. And then getting locked out of a castle by David Tennant. Maybe Genghis Khan / my brother the editor was there. ? Meaning Genghis Khan and my brother the editor are the same person in this dream. Because dreams are freaking weird, man. They're freaking weird. They don't make sense. That was my first dream. I could kind of go in depth in analyzing it. I don't know what dreamt of multiple women meant. This is one of the dreams that I wrote down, and then 2 hours later, I had no idea what happened. Especially because, like, this was my first time recording it, so I have no idea what happened. Apparently, multiple women were involved. There was a castle that I was locked out of by David Tennant, which I guess makes sense. Like, I can explain why these characters are there. David Tennant. I basically binge-watched the entirety of Doctor Who recently, so I was watching the David Tennant episodes at the time that I dreamt this, and so David Tennant showed up. I can also even explain my brother, because he's my brother and he was living in the same house at the time. I've got his room now. This room that I'm recording in used to be his. It's mine now. It's mine. It's bigger. It's much better. I did a room tour. You can always go check that out if you want. So that's why he was there. Genghis Khan I can even actually kind of explain, because at the time I was reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and there was one reference to Genghis Khan in there, and I guess that's enough to Inception me. One mention of Genghis Khan, and suddenly Genghis Khan and or my brother was in my dream. I don't know what they were doing. I'm sure it was something interesting, but it's gone now. Sorry. I'm gonna do an entire series on this. I've got lots of these. I even got my younger siblings, Little Beach and Kit Kat, to record a few. Little Beach has more. Kit Kat has like a couple, I think. And that's it. Apparently hers are very boring dreams. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, there's going to be lots of dream journals on this. I'm going to be looking at all of them and evaluating what they mean, and it's not going to make any sense whatsoever. If you want to chat, try to maybe figure out what this dream meant in my life. Getting locked out of a castle by David Tennant, and also Genghis Khan / my brother was there. Then leave it in the comments below. Try and figure out what I meant in my own subconscious. Maybe even include the part of multiple women. I don't know what that means. If you want to see more of my content, you can always subscribe. It'd be really helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!